Yeah, so like I was saying about my cat. My cat is not just a cat or a pet. My cat is my child. And the reason I feel that he came into my life was to teach me about raising a child. Even though he's a cat, you know. Like, basically your schedule gotta be like really structured, because he wakes up at like 5:30 a.m. every single day, you know, to get food. 4:30 every day, 4:30 in the morning. And that is like, in order for me to be on the same schedule he's at, my sleep schedule gotta be in the correct place. But if my sleep schedule isn't, it's like I have to sleep after he wakes up, and I have to sleep all the way up to noon in order to get my sleep in. And it's sort of like I have to shift to the daytime schedule. I have to be a daytime person if I want to be on the same schedule that he's on. But if I can't be on that same schedule, my schedule is later, you know. My schedule ends up being like the afternoon to night schedule. This person downstairs. Yeah, so yeah, so it's kind of interesting, the type of things I've learned by him being in my life. And I would still like to travel, but I'm not going to leave him with anyone, because I don't really think that I should leave him with anyone, because they're not going to care as much for him the way that I do. And he has a different type of personality. His personality is very, you know, he's very intelligent. Like, he plays fetch. He's not like a regular, you know, domestic cat, you know. He's something else. He's partially wild, mixed with very intelligent. Like he knows how to communicate with you about what he wants, you know. He could communicate with you with to tell you what he wants. But he is very, you know, he gets fed in the morning and in late afternoon. So he's on a whole nother level. Look at him right now. He's cute. Trying to play fetch with me. He's different. I'm telling you, he's very different. He's a child. Like, if I were to travel, I would have to travel with him. So, and he's not gonna go in no kennel. I'm gonna have to travel with him in my car or something, with my van. Have a place for him to stay, to go to. You know? And shit, either way, it's not like I'm trying to stay in New York. You know, New York is, this is all there is, really. Like, paying for freaking rent. But, you know, even though my stuff is fully paid for because I'm on a whole nother vibration, I'm in some other dimension where everything gets paid for very easily, you know. So I just, you know, it's a whole nother thing for me. You know, there's other places that have different types of features or amenities. Like, other places might have a balcony and stuff, and other places might be rent stabilized or something, where it's like they charge you based on how much money you make. And that sounds like a trap to me, because it's like, what if you get paid higher? That means your rent is going to be higher, which is going to keep you in a state where you stay stuck in that place, unless you make, the only way that you can move out of there is to make more money and not really tell them how much money you're making, so that you can use the money that you do make to go to another place that's way better, that, you know, you don't even have to pay anything else. All you have to do is just live off the land. Because technically that's all it is. You're just creating a space for yourself that you call home, and you grow your fruits and vegetables so that you stay sustainable, and you preserve your fruits to create, like, you know, a stock of food that you can eat year round. And then not only that, but that's all it is. It's all about preserving the things that you make, or that you grow, and then just, you know, grow your trees, the things that you know you're gonna eat. Like, you're always gonna, you're gonna would like to eat, you know, often. Like, it's really, and not only that, but I also attracted a turtle into my life. And the turtle, to me, teaches me about, you know, focusing on the details. Focusing on the details. And, you know, slowing down so that you can focus on the details. because as long as you focus, as long as you don't go too fast, right? Or should I say, go at a steady pace, then you would live longer because you are just, well, like making sure that things are done right the first time. Yeah, so what else? Yeah, there's so many creative projects that I really was focused on working on last month, because it just turned into September 2nd. And last month I had a whole bunch of ideas and creative projects that I was, meaning to work on. But what I noticed about last month is that there was a lot of people that were showcasing their artwork, and that's because it was Leo season. And that's the interesting thing about that, is that I was out almost all the time, I was out a lot last month, going to different events. And then it's like, sometimes it's like I was so absorbed into other realities that I almost lost, like, myself, my whole mind, like my mind just became kind of scattered because of all that energy that I was putting on the outside of myself rather than the inside of myself. So at this moment, I'm trying to get my mind back together, trying to get my mind together again. My cat is just relaxing right now. My cat, my child, my baby boy, and my turtle. Gosh. Because think about it, like, who can I even trust taking care of my turtle either? Like, you see, it's like, and I know that I would like to travel, right? So it's like, it's a completely different situation. It's kind of interesting because it's like, how do I do this? It's just a lot. It's a lot, but right now I'm being guided to, get rid of things, like sell a lot of books because I found a whole bunch of books before, like a whole box of books, and I took them, and I feel like I have to sell them all, or sell as many of them as possible, that I have not even gotten to the point of even reading them. So it's like, it's just collecting dust, it's taking up space in my place. And in order for me to be able to lighten the load, I literally got to get rid of these books and clothes that I don't even use at the moment. Everything else is pretty much things I use, or I know I'm about to use, or it's more like a matter of just changing my computer. That way I could get to that point of using the things that I can use to get to that next level. This person. shaking up this whole entire freaking place. It's just rude, man. So, and look, I'm not even talking extremely loudly. I'm talking just to the point that you can hear me over here. You know, I hardly even talk throughout the day. That's why my voice is like this, because I don't practice talking as much, but I'm really doing my best to talk, you know. Yeah, so, like, not only that, now, because I have a turtle, and I have my cat. So my cat and my turtle is traveling with me. I feel called to travel to, like, you know, Central America, because that's where my family is from, you know. We've been here since the 17,000s, maybe even before that, you know. That's just how far I could trace it back. That's how far I could trace back my family from the 17,000s being in America. So I'm a full American Indian, you know. That's what they call the people from America. American Indian, you know, Native American, Indigenous. That's why I got the freaking eyes, you know. That's why I got the, you know, because I don't know if you could see it, right? The freaking Indian look. And plus I got the sort of Indian hair. Like, it's kind of like, it's a mixture of the wavy texture, you know, because, you know, I feel that the reason why our hair is like this is to protect us from the sun, you know, because our hair absorbs, you know, the rays of the sun. It's like it creates a shade for our face. So that's why it gets so thick and stuff. It creates a shade for our face. Yeah. And I think in very extremely warm conditions, our hair also could get bleached by the sun, especially if we go by the water a lot, you know, in the salt water. Because the salt, you know, causes our hair to have like a bleaching effect. But I haven't been around the sun that long for it to get like that. You know? Like, I would like to get more in touch with my roots, with the land. And there's a lot of things I could do, you know? Like, I'm extremely talented, but it's just, you know, I have to be able to use my energy in a balanced way. That's the thing for me. It's like really finding out how to balance my energies the right way, and I have to eat the right foods and take supplements, because I'm always using a lot of mental energy, because that's what helps, that's what my mind is always trying to figure things out. Very analytical. It's very analytical. What else? Yeah. I'm trying to. I already sorted everything, so it's just a matter of me just like finding out where I could put it. You know, where I could drop it off. Because I've been sorted everything out for some time now. I got like a bag for everything, a bag for old clothes, a bag for, you know, a bag that has just fabrics, a bag that, a bin that has just books that I don't even read anymore or don't read at all. Everything is already sorted. It's just a matter of me like finding out where I could, what I'm supposed to do with everything that I sorted. So I have to get in that, you know, this is the month that I have to focus on that. I got a bin for like my skateboard things, you know, everything's already sorted. I've been done the work since the beginning of the year, since last year actually, because I've been organizing for a while, just getting everything together. And that's because I know that cleanliness is next to godliness, and you know, the more neater you are, the more everything just flows well. You know? And that's really what I really would like to do this month. But at the same time, I got some things I'm working on the outside, and also some people really want to meet up with me, which is interesting. You know? But most likely it's all because everybody's working on something, you know, because it's Virgo season. It's all about cleaning and organizing and really getting to the details of everything. That way we got everything together for when Libra season comes on. And Libra is more about like reaping what you put in, or, you know, because Libra is all about the balance, you know, the balance of the scales. If you were not doing the right thing, you're gonna get back what you know you put in. If you did the right thing, you're gonna get back what you put in. You know, so it's sort of like the balancing of the scales. Like, oh, did you do it right? Did you do the work that you were supposed to do? You know. And I'm always on time. I'm always doing the very best that I could in all freaking moments, whether you know it or not. Like, I'm always working toward the right thing, always. You know, the only reason why something may seem kind of like all over the place is really because I'm literally like figuring things out. I'm very analytical, and it's just, it's more than just like me that I take care of. It's a lot of other things, you know. But it's all gonna work out for the right reasons, you know. Because think about it as that's the currency. That's something you put into the, you know, already. You put that energy out, and that energy is gonna eventually come back because you helped to assist something, you know. Even though you really should be taking care of yourself more, because you're so important. That's, I don't know. Like I bought some tea so that I can, drink it and heal my joints, because my joints, my ankles, they feel kind of awkward after skating so much. I was really doing my best to get better at skateboarding during the springtime. And I could say that I accomplished getting my manuals to be even longer, and before it used to last like 3 seconds. Now it lasts like 4 to 6 seconds if I'm lucky. I could manual at least from that side of the room to this side of the room. That's about, let's say, I know that's 12 feet. This is 10 feet. Yeah, I think that's 10. I think maybe that's 10 feet or 9 feet. I'm not sure. Maybe that's 15 feet and this is 12 feet. Yeah. I think I can manual 12 feet. 12 feet long, which is pretty good. That means I really did a lot. I really was working on my manuals, but my body has told me I have to take a break from skateboarding and focus on other things like meditation and yoga. So that's just how everything is evolving naturally. And it's also calling me to take more supplements that are specific to healing the joints and things like that. I'm always listening to my body, because that's very important. I hope that this is more my business and stuff, but this is my channel. This is my channel, man. I don't really care about putting my stuff out there because, I know other people could relate. I think other people relate. It's just that maybe I have something about how I'm doing it that could help you figure out a way that you can do it, it's all about trying new things, Alright, well, that's it, and then Libra season. This is Virgo season, and the middle of Virgo season, and we're at the peak of the detail and the organization, and that's usually something comes, in certain peaks, and during certain peaks, that's when it's there's more freaking stuff that tries to get in my way, because they want me to work extra hard, they want me to do double the work for myself and work for others, but at the same time, it's all gonna come back to me, and it's gonna multiply. The positive energy that I put out is gonna multiply for me, because I just have to be grateful to even have these opportunities show up in my life to learn something new. Maybe that's just how I could shift my interpretation of those obstacles or whatever, challenging situations. Because then everything's going to be timed, basically, based on Like I'm gonna have to be like structured. Everything's gonna be structured, you know. And then during the ending of the month, I can sense that everything's gonna be more like I'm gonna be reaping the harvest of everything that I did. I could sense that, and this beginning, the beginning of this month is very, very important. Very important. Because the more the earlier you start, the more you get done. So you gotta be like really, like another thing that helps me to clear the energy of a space is really just to move things around. Like you may not know where you're gonna put it, but just move it around. Just pick another spot for something, you know. And the more you do that, it's like then you'll figure it out. Like think your ideas will start to get better. Like, oh, like moving that, and then it's like, oh yeah, I can put that right there. Now that makes sense. You see. So right now it's a good time for like cleaning again. Instead of spring cleaning, it's gonna be like a fall cleaning. Yeah, this is a moment for that. I feel it. So right now I'm just gonna prepare the books so that I could take a picture of it, of each and every book, and sell them, you know, or just like put it up for auction so that people could just buy for whatever price they want to buy it for. I don't really care as long as you know, like, you know, because I don't care how much money I get from them, as long as it gets bought or whatever. Yeah, so that's really what I'm into at the moment. That's it, you know. This ended up being more about, not that much about my cat, but more about everything else relating to how I'm gonna work with knowing that I have a cat and a turtle that I have to care for at the same time. And I'd rather not let somebody else deal with my cat, which I believe is more like my son. You know, he's my son, but he's in an animal form. You know, but he's really my son. It's just that he came to this world in that form because that was the easiest way for him to come in. It was a way, because he's always watching me. Every time I organize, he gets really happy. He always wants to play fetch with me when I'm doing something right. Seriously, he likes to get my attention when I'm doing something right. And then he starts to have that, he starts to like relax and close his eyes like that, and that's how I know that he's happy, because he likes when I'm succeeding. And his name is Tyler, so if you search the meaning of the name Tyler, it means house builder. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting how that relates to his whole frequency, I did not even know that was the meaning of the name when I named him. But Tyler, it's like he helps me to like structure everything correctly. He's all about structure, and plus he's also black and white, so it's like that whole black and white is like a duality type thing, that yin and yang, it's pretty interesting. cats are like so spiritual. Spiritual cats. Hmm. You know, every pet that comes into, every animal that comes into your life, being, animal being that comes into your life, they're there for a reason. They just happen to be in a form that their form teaches you something. Like, as a cat, it's all about independence. It's about getting you, for him, it's more like independence and structure. You know? For my turtle, it's more like having that shell, you know, that protective shell, that aura. You know, that aura that's very protective. A strong, fortified aura. And doing things at a steady pace, because that's how you make sure that nothing gets in your way, or nothing gets to your core, I guess, you know, because you're protected by that aura, that strong shell that helps you to live long. You know, just see every animal, every being as a spiritual symbol. And I'm telling you, you're gonna realize that everything in your life is working for you. Everything, even the things that seem like weird, like why is that happening? It's for a reason, so that you can shift. You just gotta like figure it out. Like, it's a puzzle, and all you gotta do is just change the way you think about it, you know. All right, well, that's it. That's all. Until next time, take care.